Okay, here's a good excerpt from Neville Goddard, The Feeling is the Secret. Whatever the mind of man can imagine, man can realize. That sounds a lot like the whatever you can believe you can achieve, right? Whatever the mind of man can imagine, man can realize. All objective, visible states were first subjective, invisible states, and you called them into visible by assuming the feeling of their reality. The creative process is first imagining and then believing the state imagined. Always imagine and expect the best. The world cannot change until you change your conception of it. As within, so without. Nations, as well as people, are only what you believe them to be. No matter what the problem is, no matter where it is, no matter whom it concerns, you have no one to change but yourself, and you have neither opponent nor helper in bringing about the change within yourself. You have nothing to do but convince yourself of the truth of that which you desire to see manifested. As soon as you succeed in convincing yourself of the reality of the state sought, results follow to confirm your fixed belief. You never suggest to another the state which you desire to see him express. Instead, you convince yourself that he is already that which you desire him to be. Realization of your wish is accompanied by assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. You cannot fail unless you fail to convince yourself of the reality of your wish. A change of belief is confirmed by a change of expression. Every night as you drop off to sleep, feel satisfied and spotless, for your subjective lover always forms the objective world in the image and likeness of your conception of it, the conception defined by your feeling. The waking two-thirds of your life on earth ever corroborates or bears witness to your subconscious impressions. The actions and events of the day are effects. They are not causes. Free will is only freedom of choice. Choose ye this day whom ye shall serve. Joshua 24:15. Is your freedom to choose the kind of mood you assume. But the expression of the mood is the secret of the subconscious. The subconscious receives impressions only through the feeling of man and, in a way, known only to itself. Gives these impressions form and expression. The actions of man are determined by his subconscious impressions, his illusions of free will, his belief in freedom of action, but ignorance of the causes which make him act. He thinks himself free because he has forgotten the link between himself and the event. Man awake is under compulsion to express his subconscious impressions. If, in the past, he unwisely impressed himself, then let him begin to change his thought and feeling, for only as he does so will he change his world. Do not waste one moment in regret, for to think feelingly of the mistakes of the past is to reinfect yourself. Let the dead bury the dead, Matthew 8:22, Luke 9:60. Turn from appearances and assume the feeling that would be yours were you already the one you wish to be. Feeling a state produces that state. The part you play on the world stage is determined by your conception of yourself. By feeling your wish fulfilled and quietly relaxing into sleep, you cast yourself in the star role to be played on earth tomorrow, and while asleep you are rehearsed and instructed in your part. So, I could continue on. This is a very good excerpt to take to heart, all right, to understand and start to put into practice. You go back and re-listen to this if, you need to hear it again. And I will have excerpts like this, other videos like this. Sometimes people need these things in small pieces rather than, maybe they don't have the time to sit down and read the whole book or whatever, but I plan on doing this. Sometimes you listen to it whether you're on mass transit or you're in the car, and you can just listen. So I'm happy to help out in that way. Please like and subscribe.